Harrison. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Knox. Griffin attacking, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Ball kicks to Lawson from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Ross passes to Griffin. And good that time.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Griffin's checked in for the Knicks. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Over Griffin. Ball no good. New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And the pass to Griffin. Ball with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Erickson passes the Ball. Looks for Lawson, gets it to him. That one falls.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
Griffin passes to Knox. They double-team Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Toppin. Both good from the line that time. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. There's Harrison, defended by Griffin. Here's Lawson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Ball. Knox the pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Smith. Rebounded by Knox. Knox has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Holmes kicks to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
He always wants to give him some numbers, and tonight he's giving him plenty.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Smith inside. Holmes on him. And the Hornets miss again.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Knicks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Junior.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Now, here's McDaniel. He's guarded by Ross. Back to Harrison. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And Griffin, here we go. Comes up empty down low.
Does what he can to avoid the block. I mean, it's hard to stay in control when you change your shot.
Here's Lawson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And he knocks down the first one. And Lawson hits 2 free throws. And the Knicks with possession. It's stolen by Smith. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And bringing that postseason intensity, so key. These plays can change the trajectory of a game.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. Pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Do you have any feedback? Do you want to give our gameplay director, Mike Wang?
With the graphics, you know, obviously are where they need to be, and the motions and movements getting better too. So I mean, just keep working on your craft, but you know, you're doing a good job.
Do you want to say anything to Mike Wang? Because we're actually going to have him on the show soon. So do you have anything that you...
Mike, can I get the logo, please? That's all I want. I've been dreaming since I was little kids. Let me get a logo.
Anything else game specific?
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A breathtaking view of the New York City skyline is taken from the Empire State Building. We're coming to you live from Manhattan. Round 1 of the East rolls on. Game 2 just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. P.J. Washington is out there with Hayward. Then it's Ball. Then there's Sexton. And it's Levins in at the 5 spot. And for the Knicks, they've got Toppin. Junior's out there with Lowry. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Holmes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the Hornets win the tip. And here's Sexton. Inside, here's Washington. Toppin pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Griffin's shot is off. Hayward outside. A new 14 for Charlotte. And it's Washington missing.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Here's Griffin. Over Sexton. And the layup falls.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Ball, the pass to Hayward. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Holmes. about 1 minute into the first quarter. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the New York Knicks. And Griffin, here we go. Over Sexton. And it's blocked. And now running up the court. Hayward's pushing it up. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Hayward.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Here's Sexton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And Sexton drops them both.
Well, Colin Sexton has all the physical tools to be special in the NBA. He's got to sharpen his point guard skills. And if he works at this game, he's going to have a tremendous career.
So first quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Barrett. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Outside ball. It's Sexton on top of the key. And the shot goes in. 6 points for Colin Sexton.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Toppin dishes to Griffin. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
Okay, the initiative from the young bull, Colin Sexton, as some like to call him. How about that drive?
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a bit a few minutes ago. We spoke about his approach coming into tonight. He said, we're playing an excellent team with lots of talent, and they're well coached. We don't want to go down 2-0 in the series, so our mindset is this is a must-win game. Kevin, we'll see if they can pull that off after their disappointing start to this series.
All right, David, thanks. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. So it's both teams making substitutions here. They're not shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. On the free throw, no good.
And to me, guys, there will always be a place in the NBA for an athlete of Jordan Bell's build, right? Some people were very surprised that he fell to the second round.
Barrett is out there with Bell. Then it's Junior. Then there's Lowry. And it's Holmes. And at the center, filling out the net. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And the Hornets making a change here. Richardson's checked in. New York shooting their fifth free throw of the game here. And that one falls for Barrett.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
Now, here's Ball. Hayward on the wing. Barrett covering. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got his first bucket of the night.
How about the effort from Gordon Hayward? He takes pride, I think, in scoring over the defense.
Here's Holmes. The shot, no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. They need to put the big loss on Tuesday in the back of their mind.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that.
The pass to Richardson. A slam dunk by Richardson.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now, here is Bell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lowry passes to Bell. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Hornets now. Hornets leading by 9. Richardson outside to the inside. 11. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. 1:44 left to play here in the second quarter. Yep, it counts.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And Griffin slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving, no doubt whatsoever.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, put on a show. He scored 41 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. You know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Yeah, Dave. That's a 2 from Sexton, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so, thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get... And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Colin Sexton with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Hornets. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm. A very unlucky break considering the playoffs are just getting started. Kevin, hopefully he doesn't miss any time.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Ball. Washington out there with Levin. And it's Hayward. And it's Sexton in at the shooting guard. Pass to Washington. Hayward looking around. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Griffin.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching the rhythm as early as possible. Boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Hornets leading by 9. Pass to Evans. He kicks it to Hayward. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Griffin. And he goes deep at the dunk. Right over LaMelo Ball. And I must say
sort of surprising. He goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They're assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Hayward outside. Broke loose. Griffin against Ball. Griffin's shot is off.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Sexton dishes the ball. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 6. And Hayward the stuff.
You know, Gordon Hayward has paid a price in the gym, and now his strength allows him to score through aggressive defenders.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Hayward, no good on that one.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Richardson outside. Not loose. Griffin with the steal. Here's Toppin. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 5 assists in the game.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's guarded closely. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Oladipo's got 8.
How about the confidence from the 6'4" guard, Victor Oladipo, aggressive, close to the cup.
The pass to Richards. The Knicks pull it in. And again, New York running the court in transition.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that scene.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And the Hornets call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for the Hornets. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Oladipo from the arc. Toppin pulls it in. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Griffin. Score the basket. His 8. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And it's Smith with the ball. Brings it up for Charlotte. Led by as many as 14 points. 44 seconds left to play in the third. New York trailing. Here's Barrett. It's good. Barrett's got 4 points this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now Smith. He has 6. Kicks it to Levin. Lots of room. And he makes that one. Levin's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
Griffin. Now, here's Oladipo. 8 points for him. Shoots over Toppin. Misses the shot. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's Charlotte up by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Sean Holmes out there with Toppin. Then it's Junior. And there's Lowry. And it's Clark. And at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one. His first turnover of the night.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And you've got to take your defense up a notch in the playoffs. He takes it up about 3 notches on that block.
Clark against Ball. Lets it go from 11. And Clark puts it in. Clark's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Knicks.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Smith the pass to Levens. Back to Smith. A shot off that time. The Knicks go the other way. Griffin down low. Working on Smith.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Knocked away. Holmes with the steal. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Levin. Lowry kicks to Clark. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's the 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Lowry against Sexton. Shoots over Toppin. Sexton's shot is good.
Well, Colin Sexton working this shot into his basketball game. Such a critical aspect for him to have.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Dennis Smith. The Knicks leading by 3. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Passes it to Barrett. Over ball. Barrett, no good.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And Sexton slams it in.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
And Griffin slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Hayward outside. Lets it go from the wing. The Knicks pull it in. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. Here's Toppin. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 6th assist on the night. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Outside, Sexton. Sweet little floater.
Well, Sexton might be young, but he is unafraid and unabashed. What a play.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're up by 3. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Holmes with it. New York moving it around to the inside and stolen by Levin. Sexton for three. Drills the three-pointer. Sexton's got 19 points.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Colin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
Barrett against Hayward. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up. It's the first that gives him the lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a two-point ball game.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. Up top, Washington. Shoots over Toppin. Here's Levins, and Levins throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Barrett inside the three-point line. Misses off the left iron.
I guess even he has missed one of those once in a while.
Brings it from downtown.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Pass to Washington. It drops.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Now the Knicks with it. To end the run, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Conley, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Free throw is good by Toppin.
A terrific and one on that. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball.
Outside, Sexton. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. Rebounded by Holmes. And there's the pass to Barrett. Back to Griffin. Money!
Love to see Barrett aggressively sharing the basketball. Wants to get it to his teammates in their spots. Nice.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Sexton for three. Oh, big time play!
And he nailed it. 3 of the biggest points he'll ever score as he wins it for them at the buzzer.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of the series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
That's a switch. All this that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit. These in my face like water, y'all in my business. That's a switch, that's a switch, that's a switch. All this that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit.
You've seen this the trailers, you've heard the buzz. Well, today we're getting more NBA 2K22 details straight from the source. Here's gameplay director Mike Wang. I know you want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike Wang. Welcome again to 2K TV. Always a pleasure having you on.
It's a great pleasure being here again, Alexis. How are you doing?
I'm doing so.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look at the Knicks earlier on. Check out the focus they've got coming off that bus. A beautiful look at downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City, where we're coming to you today. Welcome, everyone, to game. So the New York starting five. We've got Rashawn Holmes. Toppin is out there with Barrett. Then it's Junior. And it's Lowry in at point guard. And for Charlotte, Colin Sexton is out there with Ball. Then it's Levin. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Lowry. Toppin passes to Griffin. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. It gets the game started the right way.
Sexton against Griffin. Inside, here's Washington. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Down low, here's Holmes, and it's in there.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
And that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Charlotte. It's a 3-point game. Now the pass to Washington. Here's Hayward. Toppin pulls it in.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when he's slow to get out on him.
Wow, hammering it in.
And that's just smart basketball. Lowry reading the overcommitment and just whipping the ball to the open man.
Ball against Lowry. Levins kicks to Hayward. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. It doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Lets it go with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's Ball. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Passes it to Hayward. Sexton has it in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Here's Sexton. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Borrego and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He admitted that stealing a game on the road was a big deal for them. He knows that their opponent has the talent to take it right back. So he told his players, expect a battle. You're going to have to fight for every 50-50 ball. Guys, if we take care of home court, this series is ours. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Ball, following the score by Obi Toppin. Sexton against Griffin. Here's Levens, and the rejection by Hall. So teams choosing it up here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And you've got to take your defense up a notch in the playoffs. He takes it up about 3 notches on that block.
The Knicks leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Some nice passing by New York here. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Hangs on the trifecta.
Confidence from Victor Oladipo, and why not? He's got the green light in this offense.
Here's Toppin. He can't get it to go. And Charlotte will come the other way. They won the last game. That was Thursday night.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
And the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Hornets trail by 5. And the foul called on Junior. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Ball dishes to Hayward. He kicks it to Sexton. Back to Hayward. Now here's Levens, guarded by Holmes. 4 on the clock, 13 feet away. It's rebounded by New York.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
They've got P.J. Washington. Colin Sexton is out there with ball. Then it's Levens. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
RJ, another one of those players who grew up around basketball as his dad, Rowan, played overseas for the early part of RJ's life, and that introduced him to the game.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by. Now, here's ball. Toppin with the steal. To the middle. There the pass to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Such a versatile player as a combo guard, and with that great size, it can allow him to set up teammates.
And Sexton has it in the corner. Good.
They ran that play exactly as it was drawn up. Nice job.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for New York. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, was tremendous. He added 27 points, and he was efficient out there, whether it was from the field or at the free throw line. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they want to keep it going tonight.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Bucket is good.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight for him.
Sexton against Griffin. Sexton the pass to Washington. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
outside Thomas. Pass to Griffin. And stolen by Hayward. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open in that court awareness and was able to get it to him.
Oh, Griffin in position. Holmes down low. Defended by Sexton. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Ball kicks to Hayward. And here's Sexton. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
Yeah, he knows his role. He's out there to distribute the ball, get his teammates involved. Nice job.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And New York, looking at who they got. They got R.J. Barrett. And is out there at home. Then there's Lowry. And it's Griffin in at the shooting guard position.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Griffin hits them both. Now Sexton. And he finishes nicely on the way. Sexton's got his third bucket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Washington with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. And the shot is good.
They're not wasting any time here. Kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 or 4 from the field.
It's tipped. Sexton with it. 6 points for him. Washington finds Ball. It's to Hayward. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Holmes. The Knicks leading by 3. Griffin attacking. And it's good for 2. Griffin's got 18 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Richardson.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Clark outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Smith. 6 points for him. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Knicks lead. The pass to Knox. And it's blocked. Smith outside. It's Richardson on the wing. He's covered by Clark. That gives them the lead. Richardson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hornets.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Erickson's checked in for Levin. And a switch here also for New York. Griffin's checked in for Clark. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hand.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Richards passes to Oladipo. Smith on the wing. Unloads. They get it again. Richards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Outside Griffin. No good there. And the Hornets now going the other way. Smith right side. Oladipo outside. Kicks it to Richardson. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Griffin's shot is good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Charlotte. They lead by 1. Passes it to Richards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Dennis Smith Jr. is shifty, but really what it comes down to, he's got a great burst, and that helped him out that time.
Smith hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Griffin goes in. It's blocked. Here's Sexton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
Sexton, not one of the bigger guards in the league, but he plays with a tremendous tenacity.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ball's checked in. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. And Griffin, here we go. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Now, here's Sexton. 8 points for him. Clock at 6. A step back shot here. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Sexton's got 10 points in the game. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Hornets lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. We've got Ball. Hayward out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Sexton. And it's Levins in at the 5. So that's the Hornets 5. Toppin with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. To the left side wing. Ball with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right along.
The shot by Sexton, no good. Knicks trail by 3. Shoots from 12. A putback, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 28.
Oh, ball smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. No, he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make him fall, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammates.
Ball dishes to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times at this point.
Lowry passes to Griffin. Holmes trying to free himself up.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
And then Washington with the dunk.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Griffin against Ball. Griffin's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Back to Ball. They find Jay on the way. It's rebounded by New York. Griffin dishes to Lowry. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Gill slams it in.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett can do that. That pass on target. And R.J. taking care of the rest.
Charlotte trailer. Out left to the wing. And it's Ball penetrating. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
New York calls timeout.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Inside. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. Ball's got 4 points this quarter. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Barrett for three. Carries it from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Wow, Barrett not giving up and making a difference.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big move there.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. That's a foul on shot. He hits the first one, and that gives them the lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
And really just a great rhythm at the line. Whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now, here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. And that one's good. Levin.
Colin Sexton forced into the role in Cleveland with tons of minutes, but also having to orchestrate the offense for a very young team.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Outside, Sexton. He kicks it to Hayward. And here is Washington. 6 to shoot. Pass to Sexton. Right between the eyes.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Tubman passes to Griffin. Now Holmes. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Offline from the top of the key.
Defense better tighten up on the mid-range there much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those. What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Therefore, he only wasted possession down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now Sexton. Launches it. But they recover it. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of the series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
That's a switch. All this that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit. These in my face like water, I live my business. That's a switch, that's a switch, that's a switch. All this that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit. These in my face like water, I live my business. My quota is $1 trillion, need that back so I get rich. That's a switch to a lead. On my grinding, trying to find a way to eat up. Motive and survival, I can't find no time to sleep much. That's a switch every time I shoot that big one. That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one. That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one. That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one. Hey, do what you wanna, I shoot for the comments and hope that the money I stack is accumulated. Don't say about the moves I'm making, ducking sauces and something I feel in my body, so I handle problems, can't lose my patience. If I do, I turn Eddie Guerrero. Most you is probably the view. You confuse just to leave that little stitch in your stairs, and we try to steady improve. Eddie, we triple they ready, my execution got an evidence view. Step too heavy, my step back is deadly, I let off and they press on my groove. Keep that pressure away, I'm not folding. Ain't no weather gon' step in my chest for the cheddar, if that's what it take to be golden. Make or break cause the money explosive. Keep them funny in back with the high Davis and they probably get cozy. Keep them dummy away from my packers, I hate when they LA, they know me. Keep the money hungry, that big cause everybody LA my broski. Everyone LA the broski. Keep it calm. Gotta watch my hands cause snakes won't slither around my palms. I can't trust nobody who done ever did me wrong. Gotta cut the ties, can't bring them long no more. Keep it.
I'm going to say 2 things, but number 1, because this was one of our biggest pillars for gameplay this year, it's going to be defense. And I think that's going to be just perimeter defense, body ups on the floor, movement, and how the players feel just in on-ball defensive stances and on-ball defensive situations. But at the rim, especially, and contesting shots, all that stuff was reworked. We have an all-new block system. It just feels much more rewarding on the defensive end of the floor, just making plays and getting stops. So I think that's going to be the most exciting thing for our community because it's just a much more balanced game and a much more fun game to play. And the second thing I'm going to say is, because this is one of my personal favorites, is going to be dribbling. I think that just all the stuff we've added there with the new combos and the new signature moves, this is going to be a lot of fun. So if you're a dribble guy, a dribble head, you're going to have a lot to work with this year.
What is Mike Wang most excited about with 2K22 gameplay?
Yeah, and that's, I think just what I alluded to is just the game feels way more balanced, and it makes more sense just in terms of how...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, the site for the Knicks. For the Charlotte Hornets, they took care of home in Game 3 and looked to take control of the series. It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Glad you could. So the New York starting five. They've got Junior, and is out there with Barrett. Then there's Lowry, and it's Holmes in at the center. And for the Hornets, we've got Ball. Levens is out there with Washington. And it's Hayward, and it's Sexton in at the 2 spot. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Lowry.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man, and the guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
Sexton, and it's good from the elbow.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Griffin kicks to Barrett. Over Hayward. Barrett, no good.
You expect him to make those. You got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And he overshot that one, missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot they're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when opportunity is there.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 3-point game. Hayward passes to Levens. Ball's knocked loose. Hayward dishes the ball. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
You see how Hayward just made that pass? You got to say, man, he's got some vision.
Griffin passes to Barrett. Back to Griffin. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, he was just a skinny kid coming out of college. He's gotten much stronger and much better in a short period of time.
Barrett against Hayward. And here's Barrett. The teardrop falls in.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach James Borrego. David, what do you have to say?
We talked about their situation heading into Game 4. He said, obviously, we feel pretty good about ourselves right now, but we need to continue to play to our strengths because this series could flip at any moment. No doubt a win here will put them in a very strong position, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
The Knicks with the lead. Griffin inside, defended by Sexton, and Griffin slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte, and a new group in for the Knicks. Passes it to Knox. Back to Griffin. And stolen by Levens. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Toppin. Junior's out there with Thomas. And here's Rashawn Holmes. And It's Knox in at the 3 slot.
Well, I like how Washington is positioned for the offensive rebound. He's got a nice feel for where he needs to be when the shot goes up.
That one goes. Count it.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go work.
And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Thomas. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Now, here's Holmes. He's covered closely. Over Richardson. Holmes can't get it to go in. Hornets trail by 7. Feeds to Sexton. That shot misses. Good D by Thomas. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the New York Knicks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Griffin goes in, and he banks in the layup. Griffin's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Griffin against Sexton. Count that bucket.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Stolen by Washington. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Stolen by Ball. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Pass to Toppin. Outside Thomas. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Knox. Richardson covered. Pass to Holt. To the paint. And it's blocked.
Great instincts there from Washington. Reading the situation, rising to spike.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Richardson. Then for the Knicks. There it comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Thomas. Ball kicks to Hayward. Six on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, was tremendous. He dropped in 34 points and throughout the game took smart, efficient shots that found the bottom of the net. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The open look here for Sexton. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Sexton's got 7.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Sexton against Griffin. Now, here's Sexton. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Knicks up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Levens is out there with Washington, and it's Hayward. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Ball in at the point guard. So that's the line for Charlotte. Griffin can't get it to go in.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An instinctual scorer with a strong build. Washington puts opponents in compromising defensive positions.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And for the Knicks, they're shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. 11 feet away, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. 8 points for him.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Hayward finds Ball. Here's Sexton. He's got 9. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Sexton's got 11.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Lowry passes to Griffin. Back to Lowry. There's the pass to Barrett. Outside Griffin. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Ball, the pass to Levens. He dishes it to Sexton. Kicks to Levens. Passes to Washington. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. The shot will not fall. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Outside Lowry. Back to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
And the Hornets call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Richardson dishes to Oladipo. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's what happens when you play in attack mode. Oladipo doesn't take no for an answer.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start today. Griffin. Barrett with the ball. He's got 8. In the corner, Bell with it. Clark outside. After Barrett. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Erickson. Barrett, no good. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing by 2. Richardson right side. Now the Knicks with it. And a best break now for the Knicks. Griffin leading the charge.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
New York shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the Hornets making a change here. Smith has checked in, so he gets them both. Charlotte has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. The dish to Oladipo. He kicks to Richardson. Charlotte moving it around. Erickson passes to Oladipo. And the Hornets miss again. The Knicks leading by 4. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Quickly. Here's Barrett. Tries again. Got a piece of it. And the foul called on Junior. New York's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Beller's out there with Holmes. Then it's Junior. Then it's Barrett. Holmes, good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
That's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Hayward kicks the ball. Dishes it to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And although Sexton is slightly undersized, he plays with great physicality and aggression. Nice finish there off contact.
Barrett against Hayward. Sexton kicks the ball. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw good from Griffin. And New York making a change. Toppin's checked in. Griffin hits them both. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. A floater and the rejection by Holmes. And now the Knicks on the break. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Let's sign that he's getting to the line a lot here in the second half, putting pressure on the deep.
Hornets trail by 14. Outside ball.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. To the middle, here's Griffin.
Great coverage from Washington. Playing hard and trying to make it happen.
Sexton attacking. In the air, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes. And the first one at the line is good. And Sexton drops them both.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
It's to Holmes. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Griffin. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. With possession here, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter, and the Hornets call time here. Junior really making a difference here.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Falling into a two-game hole would have been a disaster, and he knew it. He's done everything in his power to get momentum back on their side in this series. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear James Borrego coaching his team during the break. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Basket counts.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Sexton. That one doesn't drop. And New York will come the other way. Here's Barrett. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
1:58 left in the game. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Count that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised the D doesn't respect this mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
And that one falls for Barrett. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. There's Ball with the three. That shot is off. And New York will come the other way.
And entering the final countdown, game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Knicks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Junior.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Sexton attacking. And Sexton slams it in.
Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
Griffin's shot is good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Ball against Griffin. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Washington, that's good. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, Holmes in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Ball, the pass to Sexton. Here is Hayward. Back to Sexton. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
A rebound by Washington. Here's Sexton. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Free throw good, Sexton. Now Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
He always wants to give him some numbers, and tonight he's giving him plenty.
So no No problem for New York as they get the win. This was a crucial game for them, tying up the series at 2 apiece, Greg. A huge accomplishment.
And this series, I think, hinged on who picked up Game 4, Kevin. I mean, now it's a 3-game series, and anything can happen.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Can you tell us a little bit more about Seasons?
Yeah, so Seasons is going to be, we've had it in the past with my team. And the goal that Eric Benish wanted this year was to really extend the seasons across the entire game. So I'll speak to gameplay because that's my area. What we're doing with Seasons is we're going to try and release content throughout the entire year. On day one, we've usually just thrown all the animations at you, all the signature moves and shots and everything. But we're going to try and roll that out across the year just to kind of change the meta up a little bit, give people something to look forward to. And it's really going to, I think, just prolong the life of the game and make people just excited to try new things as the year goes on.
Mike, I know that a lot of players love making the dominant archetypes of NBA 2K and NBA 2K21. It seemed like it was the power forward. So, Mike, what do you think the dominant archetype will be for NBA 2K22?
That's a good question, because that's something that we're always trying to balance and tune, because we don't really want there to be one dominant archetype, right? So the power forward thing is fixed, and it's much more spread out in terms of the badges you get per position and heights and archetypes. But one thing we've really focused on was trying to make all the different heights and positions have unique strengths and abilities. So one thing that I think might actually be interesting is we might have a lot of smaller players this year. If you are 6 foot or under, you get a massive speed boost. You have access to higher ball handling ratings as well as like 3-point ratings. So a lot of people might gravitate toward that direction this year. Having said that,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the playoff intensity can be felt as the starting lineups conclude. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily with the NBA playoffs. And this is what the playoffs are all about. It's 2-2, and we're in a crucial Game 5 of this first-round Eastern Conference match. And tonight, we've got the New York Knicks. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. They've got Sexton, Hayward out there with P.J. Washington. And it's Ball, and it's Richards in at the 5 spot. And for the Knicks, they've got Junior, and he's out there with Holmes. Then it's Barrett. It's Barrett on the wing. Griffin against Ball, and Griffin with the score. The assist by Barrett.
First point of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
I think it's hard not to be excited about Colin Sexton's future. This is a young guard with tremendous upside, and you know he's already got athleticism and scoring ability.
Back to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Hayward looking around. Here's Ball. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Back to Griffin. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outside, Sexton. Here's Washington, and Griffin sends it back. Pass to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Ball, the pass to Hayden. Now Sexton. Outside, ball. Pocket 6. Knicks with the rebound. They won their last game Monday night.
Their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Rebounded by Holmes.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Griffin, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
The shot by Sexton, no good. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. They're at the pass to Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And the Hornets making a change here. Erickson's checked in. Hornets trail by 5. Sexton kicks the ball. Fires from the wing. And again, the Hornets missing.
Well, if the defense gives them that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Sexton the pass to Washington. To the paint. Shot up 2 there.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Inside, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Is on Colin Sexton. The Knicks have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one early. Kevin Knox is checked in for Barrett. Both free throws good from Griffin. .141 left here in the opening quarter. Smith feeling it out a bit, and there's the pass to Oladipo. Here's the floater, and Griffin sends it back. It's thrown by Oladipo. Up again.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Knicks leading by 5. 1:14 left to play here in the first. Back to Griffin. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. That's to Levins. He dishes it to Richardson. Good tee by Bell. The Knicks have gone 7 away from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. They get it back. Score the basket. Good shot after missing his first attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Griffin against Oladipo. Richardson right side. Back to Oladipo. Rebounded by Bell. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And Toppin throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. An entire new group. Toppin, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. R.J. Barrett comes in for Kevin Knox. Griffin's checked in for Clark. And Thomas subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Thomas is out there with Junior. Then there's Bell. Then there's Toppin. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Erickson. Here's Richards. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? He loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but his defenders keep forgetting to box him out. He continues to just make them pay.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, was phenomenal. He dropped in 34 points, and it seemed like every shot he put up was going in. That's how dialed in he was. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. We'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And there it is for him. Sexton's got 8 points here in this quarter.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Griffin can't get it to go in. Hornets trail by 3. Erickson outside. He kicks the ball. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Doesn't go for it. So New York will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. The shot by Sexton, no good. Down low, it's deflected. Back to Griffin. Gets it off, and that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Knicks lead by 5. And NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And Charlotte looking who they've got. Sexton is out there with ball. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Hayward, and it's Richards at the center locking down the middle.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been
basket, good.
Well, a nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
The Knicks leading by 3. Holmes kicks to Barrett. Inside. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that one.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Outside, Ball. Count that one. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Charlotte making a switch here. New York shooting 47%, pretty solid. Griffin goes in. Griffin draws the double. Well, it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Kyle Lowry is checked in for the Knicks. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Thomas kicks to Griffin. And Oladipo pulls it down. Hornets trail by 4. Griffin with the steal. Clark with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. And Griffin slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic shot.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Richards passes to Oladipo. Passes to Richards. 5 to shoot. Oladipo outside. And that one comes up a bit short.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
So Oladipo will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 8-point game. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Sexton, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Ball subbed in for Smith. Clark outside. Here's Holmes. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first one falls. And New York making a change here. Barrett's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Hornets trail by 9. Outside, Ball. Pass to Sexton. This is to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Here's Richards. At the line. Here's Ball. The shot's good. Ball's got 8 points.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
It's deflected. They retain possession. And that one drops for him. Here's Sexton. He's got 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Second attempt this time. And so it's New York ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All queued up here for the fourth quarter. And New York Looking at who they got. They've got Toppin. Also, R.J. Barrett out there. Sean Holmes out there with Junior. Hornets trail by 11. Sexton with it. Richardson outside. On the pass to Ball. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. The offensive rebound. Richards. No good with the layup.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Griffin. It's tipped. Now, here's Richardson. And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. Hornets trail by 11. Ball, the pass to Richards. Trying to find Ball. He gets it to him.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Up top, Barrett. He claims that one off the back iron and got it far. And the Knicks lead by 11. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. That shot by Griffin, no good. So it's the Hornets now. Sexton dishes the ball. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Gordon Hayward will find his rhythm fast if you allow him to catch and shoot.
And stolen by Sexton. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Ball.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
New York calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communication. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
The Knicks leading by 6. To the inside. Here's Griffin. Lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got 30.
All night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Outside, Sexton. For 3, Hayward. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. Quickly defended by Sexton. And it's to that. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. The jump hook. Toppin. Good. 8-point throw over Toppin.
Boy, they don't waste any time with that inbound play. There ain't nothing the defense can do to react to that.
Charlotte calls timeout. Present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. We know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear James Borrego coaching his team during the break. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappy. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Here's Hayward. Pass to Richards. Hayward can hit. The Knicks leading by 9. Griffin with it. Running now by Sexton. And Toppin pulls it down.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific
blocked defensively by Hall. For New York, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. That shot by Griffin, no good. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Sexton.
Boy, Colin Sexton is just so young, so energetic. This guy taking over right now.
And stolen by Hayward. Ball with a wide open look. A basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here is Hayward. Outside, Ball. Here's Richards, and they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And Levine getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
The Knicks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Toppin passes to Griffin, and he converts the layup. Griffin's got 32 points in the game.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreak.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Floats one. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Don't you love that Gordon Hayward demanded the basketball in such a crucial possession? He has really matured.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
And the Hornets call time here. They're behind by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Shot from the top of the key. Good!
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. 19 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Hayward from outside. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Exactly what you want from the talented Hayward, the kind of poise that makes him a big shot maker.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Here's Harrison, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they have a tough time coming back from this deficit, no matter who's on the floor.
Second one is good. We both at the line. It's an 8-point game. So it's New York picking up the win. This was a pivotal game in the series so far, and they were able to keep their heads straight, get the job done, and take the all-important 3-2 lead.
Now now they can breathe just a little bit easier, knowing they're just one win away from closing this thing out. Had they lost this game, the pressure on them would have been huge.
Just gigantic, you're right. Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Overall.
What are the gameplay differences between Gen 4 and Gen 5?
That's an interesting question because we wanted to do our best to try to keep parity between Gen 5 and Gen 4 as much as possible. So all the stuff that I mentioned before, like the dribble moves and combos, all that's going for both gens. But Gen 5 has some great features that are exclusive to that generation because all the stuff we did with foot planting, a lot of tech with movement, that's all going to be exclusive to Gen 5. And we also have some pretty interesting features which we're going to probably go into.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's been absolute war out there. Neither side giving in. Both want to. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Rashawn Holmes. And is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Junior. And for Charlotte. Hayward out there with P.J. Washington. Then it's Ball. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Richards in at the 5 spot. Griffin can't get it to go in. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. A finish. And Hayward the stuff.
And using his underrated athleticism, Hayward is no stranger to throwing it down.
It's Barrett on the wing. Defended by Sexton. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Sexton. To the paint. Here's Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Now the Knicks with it. Griffin passes to Barrett. Back to Griffin. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Now this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in R.J. Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. Hayward kicks to Sexton. Pass to Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys was wide open in that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Here's Griffin. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Here's Sexton. Hayward outside. To Sexton. A three-pointer, no good. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Griffin. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Ball, the pass to Richards. He kicks to Hayward. It's not going to go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Inside. And Griffin slams it in.
RJ does not have a problem setting up teammates, and he's getting better at doing that.
New York shooting their first fouls of the night. Both teams will make substitutions. Free throw drops for Griffin. Hornets trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Richardson. No good, unable to end this run.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Also, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Smith checked in for the Hornets. And New York with a change here, too. Kevin Knox is checked in for Toppin. And the Hornets miss again. The Knicks leading by 8. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster 10.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
So it's the Hornets now, following the score by New York. Here's Oladipo, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good job by Victor on that one, scoring despite getting whacked. I love how he maintained his balance on that shot.
Here's Griffin. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on an 18-6 run. They're at the pass to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Richardson playing with boundless energy. Great at going into the physical defense and drawing the foul.
It's his first trip to the line. Clark, he's checked in for the Knicks. Kyle Lowry comes in for Junior. And Richardson drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Clark outside. Outside Lowry. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Smith. Richardson outside. He dishes it to Oladipo. The block.
At a young age, Bell has proven to be a great shot blocker with tremendous timing.
And so it's the New York Knicks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Bell. Lowry out there with Clark. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Knox, and it's the small forward. Now here is Lowry. points in the game yet for him. Yep, that one goes. Holmes got the lead up to 12 now for the Knicks.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Richardson against Clark. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, he keeps the ball so high, Josh Richardson, on the release, the closeout taking no offense.
Pass to Knox. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Holmes, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Holmes got 4 points this quarter, and the Hornets call time here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Charlotte making some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Levens. Gordon Hayward comes in for Erickson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Josh Richardson. Now here's Hayward. A shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Clark. Second chance effort, and the basket by Thomas.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Sexton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Thomas. Excellent D there from Ball. Kicks it to Sexton. Thomas against Ball. Takes the three. Richards. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Thomas passes to Clark. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Toppin goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for Victor Oladipo. He's checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Ball. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Smith the pass to Washington. There's the dish to Oladipo. Shoots over Griffin. Off the left rim and out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, was phenomenal. He scored 40 points, and his percentage was impressive, making a number of his free throws and field goal attempts. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And Barrett slams it in.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
Oladipo with the ball. Outside, Sexton. Passes it to Washington. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Holmes. New York leading by 14. Down low. And Griffin scores. The assist by Barrett. Barrett's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, the performance on the offensive end, he's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Now, here's Oladipo. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Some changes for Charlotte. Levens checked in for P.J. Washington. Erickson comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Richardson in for Colin Sexton. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Levens dishes to Oladipo. With the shot. And the shot falls short this time. And so it's the New York Knicks holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action after this word. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Colin Sexton is out there with ball. And it's Hayward. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Richards at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with.
You love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Richards passes to Hayward. Here's Sexton. And the rejection by Holmes.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To the inside. Ball. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Griffin to the left wing. Here's Toppin. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Toppin's got 6 points. Hornets trail by 20. Here's Ball. He's got 5. Hayward outside. Missed inside. The Knicks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Barrett, no good.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Toppin with the steal. Quickly, defended by Hayward, makes it off the glass. He has 5.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Smith kicks to Oladipo. And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:32 left in the third. Oladipo for 3. Charlotte no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The pass to Barrett. Richardson cover. Back to Barrett. From deep. The Hornets pull it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Richardson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Remember Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
The Knicks leading by 23. Clark finds Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Hornets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Oladipo against Bell. Oladipo, the pass to Smith. He feeds it to Levin. Out to Smith. A 3-ball. Clock is at 3. Rebounded by Knox. New York's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Griffin attacking, and it goes down 2 points. Griffin's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Count the basket.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And Griffin slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Oladipo for 3. That shot off. And a deep 3 from Lowry. And so it's the New York Knicks rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for New York. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Toppin is out there with Bell. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Griffin in at the point guard position. Harrison kicks to Lawson. Here's Harrison. Six on the shot clock. 20 feet out. Will not go. This is off the front iron. New York moving it around. Pass to Ross. And Lawson with the block. There's Harrison. Now recovering. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. The shot by Harrison, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Lawson dishes to Smith. He doesn't hit that one. And New York will come the other way. Lowry for 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Griffin with the steal. Now Ross. 3-pointer, Lowry. And no good. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. McDaniels passes to Lawson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Hornets. Erickson's checked in for Levens. And Ball subbed in for Smith. And then for New York, Rashawn Holmes comes in for Jordan Bell. And Thomas subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Ross, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 5 assists in the game. Inside.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Griffin inside. He's covered by Ball. Griffin can't get it to go in. Harrison in the corner. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
It's stolen by Lawson. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And he comes up with the deuce. McDaniels got his first points of the game.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
A free throw drops for Griffin. Josh Richardson's checked in for Charlotte. Knox, he's checked in for New York. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Banked in off the glass.
Nice job of Knox just being in the right spot right there for the rebound.
Here's Harrison. Richardson outside. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Lawson with the block. Richardson left side. And the rejection by Holmes. Griffin's checked in for Thomas. Here's Harrison. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense...
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Now here's Ross, not a lot of room. Here's Griffin. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They need this. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Here's Richardson. Offensive rebound. And they convert at last on attempt number 3.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Griffin up and in on the layup. Griffin's got 32 points.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this one.
And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. It took them 6 games to do it, Greg, but they finally asserted themselves and move on to round 2.
And I really think it benefits a team to have a competitive series in round 1. It gets those playoff juices kind of flowing, if you will. Prevents any kind of complacency from setting in.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Olin, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.